what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, people? What's up? And we are here again. It's our favorite time of the week. We're here for Insecure. This is season 4, episode 5. Listen, I gotta start off, y'all, with a drink because I'm in my feelings about this episode. Oh, dear God, which means great writing. Listen, anytime a show gets you in your feelings, it's good writing. It's a good show. Listen, y'all, listen. Low key, moving on is the title. Before I can even start, I'm going to try to make this as short as I can, but oh, it's just so much. So we start off with Issa. She's up with insomnia the night before the big block party or whatnot. And I don't blame her. You know, I have a tendency to do that when I have something big coming up. I just can't sleep. I'm the same way. And so Issa's up. So she she sends Pool Bay, as I call him, Skinny Dipping Bay, Nate. Hold on. We got to take a moment in the time we talk about Nate to cool off a little bit. Ooh, anyway, she calls Nate. Not calls him, but she sends him a message on Instagram. And they up. He's up. She's up. Da, da, da. He was like, well, why don't you call me? She calls him. And they have this back and forward. And so she talks about Molly, because he asked her about Molly, and she said, I don't really fuck with her like that. And so that's why we got the how we did at the beginning of episode 1, the beginning of the season, when she said, I don't really fucks with Molly like that no more. This is when it actually happened, when she's actually on the phone with Pool Bay, with Nate. Anyway, if y'all don't know why I call him Pool Bay, because they went skinny dipping in the pool and his body had water glistening all over his body in the Southern California SoCal sun. Anyway, so that was that. More happened in that conversation, but we didn't get to see it, and there's a reason why. Anyway, so the next thing we see, Molly, she's at home. She's trying to figure out what she's going to wear to the, Issa did invite Nate to the pool party. Not to the pool party, dear God. To the block party. Issa invites Nate to the block party. We're like, can I get VIP? Because I did give you the whole idea, the whole concept of this block party. Help you conceptualize what it is this is. And she was like, sure, you can come. I'll let you be a VIP. Molly's at home trying to figure out what to wear. She's going on about, I don't even know if I should go because she can go to this for me, da-da-da. Andrew was like, well, don't go. She was like, no, that's my best friend. I got to go and da-da-da-da. So, of course, she's going to go. Her and Andrew are going. At the block party, first, you know, they had this little things happen, but then we had Condola comes. Condola comes and says, and Issa said, girl, I didn't think you was coming because you just basically, you know, ghosted me and I ain't heard from you. And she was like, I just came to make sure, you know, some of the sponsors that said they was going to come. But, you know, after everything, you know, did Lawrence tell you? She was like, did Lawrence tell me what? She was like, oh, me and Lawrence broke up. And Issa's like shocked, like, girl, I didn't even know that. And she was like, yeah, I didn't really want to go through that. I didn't want to make it awkward, but I just came to make sure, sure the sponsors came like they said they would. She was like, well, I thank you. You know, thank you for all that you did, Condola, and so forth. And then Condola, you know, exit stays left. Kelly and Tiffany come, and then Issa, Kelly, and Tiffany take pictures. Y'all know Kelly is funny as hell. Now, Kelly done found her a cute dreadhead, little youngin' with a strong back and probably a hot piece of peen. Okay. Anyway, he was a little cutie. He was a little. Can I just say, first, God damn it, casting of Insecure. Can I just tell you how infused this episode was with hotties? Can I just tell you, it was hotties all in this episode from beginning to end. I mean, I couldn't get away from them. Every time I turned, it was another hot. Can I tell y'all, I had to add towels underneath me Because I got wet and lubricated in places that you probably want to be wet and lubricated down there. I mean, just hotties everywhere. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Anyway. Some cute little tall thing with dread. And she done told him she's from England, from London. And has committed to this British accent. Child, a mess. I thought it was so funny how they had this girl from YouTube. Because Issa thought it was a real journalist, a real news station who was out there trying to interview her. And it was this girl from YouTube started her YouTube page. And I thought it was a cute homage to her roots. Awkward black girl, you know where Issa came? Issa came from YouTube. And I thought it was such a cute paying homage to her roots with YouTube and so forth. So I thought that was a great, I wanted to spotlight that because, hell, I'm on YouTube, so got to do that. Got to give a shout out to the platform. So that was paying homage to her roots with YouTube. I liked that. Molly finally shows up. And her and Issa have this awkward embrace, like, hey girl, hey girl, hey. And they kept it moving. Then Amal's fine chocolatey goodness, dark chocolatey goodness ass came. You know we sees it for Amal. I told y'all it was just so much sexiness all over the place. Every time you turned in the episode, you just didn't know, where the next piece of sexiness was going to come from. It was so... Anyway... We find out Dreadhead is dumb as a box of rocks. Child, Dreadhead said Bank of America was one of the branches of the government. Child. Talk about they the ones who make the money. That's why you got branches of them everywhere. Just a damn mess. And hilarious writing. Shots out. Because I know Natasha Rothwell, who plays the character Kelly, is one of the head writers for the show. Shots out to her and Issa and the other team of writers. This was great writing here. So then we find out also, because I needed to know, inquiring minds wanted to know. Apparently, Amal is verse. Here for it. Hello. Here for it. Amal is verse. Oh, yes. Here for it. Because Amal gives me that he probably working with a third leg. Amal gives me a third leg and a nice plump piece of ass. Sickening time in bed. Gives me a sickening rubbing. Listen. He gives me, it's going to be inside, outside, chandeliers, balcony, in the car, hanging out the car window, on top of the stove while the stove is on top of the dryer. You know what I'm saying? Hanging like Mimi in Love and Hip Hop from the doggone shower rod. All of that. Here for it. Hello? Here for it. Anyway, Nate fine ass come, and I told y'all, listen, y'all, everywhere you turn, there's so many sexy men. Yes. I instantly self-lubricated. Instantly. Listen. I instantly self-lubricated. And something about his deep voice makes me warm in places that I want to be warm. And I was, oh dear God. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, y'all. Had a moment. Give me a moment. Whoo, child. Do Jesus and do him well. Anyway, Molly then, we get this moment where I felt like Molly was trying to give this olive branch out to Issa. Molly has these wings and she goes up to Issa, and her Issa are there chilling, and I really felt like in that moment They were about to have this meeting of the minds and apologize to each other and get back good with each other. Everything was going to get good. And this was phenomenal writing here. Great writing, because you felt like, even though the moment didn't come, you just felt great acting coupled with great writing. Because you felt like, okay, we're about to have this peace treaty, this whole, okay, everything's going to be all good, which is the antithesis of what was to come. Phenomenal writing, great acting here, great. I have to give kudos, and I hate that I keep saying that, but this is whoever wrote this, all of the people involved with writing this episode deserves kudos, because they did a great job. Because you really felt like they were going to work it out. Anyway, intern chick comes over and interrupts and says, Vince, whoever, somebody, whatever, who was supposed to be the headliner, had finally arrived. So Issa said, girl, I gotta go. And that interrupted the whole conversation, or whole would-be conversation. So she goes over there, entertains him. And they got all his little, you know, what's on his rider. You know, all of the celebrities had a rider and stuff like that. So they got all the stuff that's on his rider. Anyway, so the block party is going on. And then the wobble happened. And the wobble, why was I in my house? Get in there. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. Hey, big girl, won't you back it up? Won't you back it up? Hey, big girl. I was in here doing the wobble. If you were not in your house doing the wobble, the problem is you and not me. The problem is you and not us. If you were not in your house doing the wobble along with everybody else in the cast. It's the wobble. I don't care if you can't dance. Even your grandma, when the wobble comes on, everybody from age 102 to 2 dances to the wobble. Toddlers, infants, great grandmas on walkers, people who have the little oxygen tanks. Everybody bring their black hat. The wobble is the new iteration of electric slide. Everybody can do electric slide. Everybody can do the wobble. Come on now. And we were all wobbling. And in the middle of the wobble, here we had another moment where you thought Issa and Molly were going to have this, okay. Girl, they was feeling it. They laughing and joking with each other. I was like, okay, this is going to end well. Okay, I can see them working this out. They wobbling. When you cannot be mad at nobody when you do the wobble, because you shaking your ass in front of them. And you know what I'm saying? It's the wobble. You can't be mad when nobody's doing the wobble. And they were not mad with each other. I'm just saying. Moving on. Issa and Molly, I mean, it was just a great friendly moment, and they didn't even have to talk. It was just them probably remembering other past times when they were doing the wobble and just having a good time with each other. Issa is called up on stage. Child, she tries to talk to the crowd. Baby, they cut her off and say, Vince, whoever, whatever, you know. I don't know his name. And so they cut her off and she breaks him on stage. She couldn't even say what she wanted to say. Anyway, after Vince got done, Molly and everybody had a great time. The event went by, it was a great event. Vince finishes his set, I guess. And at the end of his set, Molly and Andrew are getting ready to go. Vince's manager sees Andrew and comes over to Andrew and says, hey, Vince wanted to say hey, and thank you for setting this up, this, that, and the third. And so Molly stops him and says, you set this up? And he was like, yeah, you know, Nate called me and told me to set this up, you know, that he had talked with Issa and, you know, so forth and so on. So I did. Baby, Molly went from girl, I'm happy to girl, seeing blood. I've had moments like Molly. I probably would have had a Molly moment in that moment as well. I probably would have as well. Molly then looks over and sees Issa, baby, and storms over there. Andrew is like, wait, what? Baby, she don't hear no parts of what Andrew has to say. Baby, she goes over there, and thus ensues the arguments of arguments between Issa and Molly. Baby, they threw it all out on the table. Baby, Molly said everything she had been waiting to say to Issa, and Issa said everything she had been waiting to say to Molly. Baby, they let they nuts hang in this argument. Okay. Everybody runs over there trying to stop this. Baby, Molly and Issa is going at it. Molly's put her hands up. Issa was like, I know the fuck you ain't putting your hands up. Baby, they about to listen, they about to nook if you buck. Nook if you buck. Nook if you buck. That's what they about to get you down. Baby, they about to throw hands. And just as Molly is about to do 2 to the head, 3 to the body, and Issa is about to do 3 to the kidney, 4 to the chest, somebody screams out, girl, she got a gun. And then all chaos ensued, because once you got a gun, you hightailed it the fuck out of there. And that's what everybody did. Everybody hightailed it out of there. But what was said had already been said. What was done was already done. The damage was done. There was, you know how they say, irreconcilable differences when people get divorced? Oh, these were irreconcilable differences. Okay? And, you know, after that, everybody leaves. Issa has to stay because it's her event, so she has to make sure that everything's cleaned up. And so, you know, Tiffany and Kelly went and made sure Molly got to where she was going and said, listen, I'll call you, girl. And then Tiffany was with Issa, and Tiffany says, you know, you can ride with me and Kelly, and because she's right up the street. And Issa was like, nah, I got to stay here and make sure everything's okay. Pool Bay said, I'll stay with you if you need to. She said, nah, I'm good. Issa then stays there by herself, and you know, there's people in the background cleaning up, but you see her standing there alone in what is the, you know, carnage around her from what was left of the, I shouldn't say carnage, but you know, the aftermath of the block party, and everything is in disarray, and it's indicative of what her friendship with Molly is right now. It's in disarray. And Amal has said earlier in the episode where it's gonna rain. And I thought Tony told us it never rains in Southern California. They tell me. I thought that's what they told me. They tell me. I thought that's what they tell me. Child, it rained that day, honey. And it started raining on Issa, and it goes off. And I left thinking, because you knew all season long, you knew, yeah, this ain't a regular, you know, Issa and Molly fight. This is about to be some real, and yeah, I think the fight between Issa, the final fight between Issa and Molly was better than we could have even imagined. Like, they really let him hang. Like, and even the setup and how everything looked like, okay, maybe they can get it back together, or maybe they can make it work out, made the fight even more epic. I thought it was, like I said, it was great acting, great writing on all cards. And if I have to pick a team, because I know at this point, it's just like when you had to break up between Issa and Lawrence and you had to pick a side, you was either Team Issa or Lawrence Hive. I'm a card-carrying member of the Lawrence Hive. I'm Team Molly on this one. I am fucking Team Molly on this one. Because if you are my best friend and I told you I'm not going to my boyfriend about it, bitch, you do not go behind me and do that shit underhandedly. I don't give a fuck if you say it did not involve me. No, bitch, it's my boyfriend, so bitch, it does involve me, because you're my best friend. And you don't need to be having communication with my boyfriend if it don't involve me. I know the fuck you lying. I was Team Molly on this. What you supposed to do is, you supposed to stay your ass mad with me, cuss me out, go off of the old, new, past, present, beginning, in Genesis to Revelations. But by no means are you supposed to try to find ulterior methods with which to communicate with my boyfriend without my knowledge. Oh no, you don't believe that shit. I was Team Molly on this. I'm Team Molly on this. I'm sorry. I was Team Molly. I told y'all last week. I'm Team Molly again this week. Sorry, Molly Mob over here, okay? That was this week's episode. I'm so anxious to see what next week's episode brings in the aftermath of all of this. I mean, I feel like episode 6 is going to be one of those, you know how seasons have peaks and valleys? We're definitely at a peak. So I feel like next week's episode has to be kind of a valley a little bit. But I don't know. Who knows what we'll see? Because I think everybody's anticipating what happens now. Y'all will be back next week. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out of here.